The first thing we want is a man that we cannot manipulate. That's first and foremost. And what I mean by this is if he's naive and if he believes everything we tell him, and if he doesn't double check and he doesn't triple check, and he's just super, super naive, women hate that. Even if she has every intention to manipulate you, even if she's planning to cheat on you, she still wants to know that you can wake up to this and you're not going to let her get away with this. You're not going to be so stupid and naive. And the reason why we hate naivety in men, we hate naivety, is that if you can't spot the threats in us, you can't tell how might be a threat to you, we think that you can't spot the threats in other people. Maybe another woman can manipulate you, or maybe that you'll trust the wrong people, or maybe when we go out you can't protect me because you can't even spot the threats in the environment.
This is facts. And this leads me into the conversation about falling in love. Okay. I always tell guys, you should never fall in love with a woman, right? As a man, you should love, right? You should love a woman, and you should love yourself, and you should understand the difference. See, a man should never fall in love, because when he falls in love, his mind doesn't dwell in logic anymore, right? His mind is in la la land. His mind is focused on his heart and his emotion. You understand? Now, am I saying a man shouldn't have emotions? No, I'm not saying that. We're all human beings. We all have emotions. But as a man, we need to always be able to think logically. We need to always be able to have a certain level of awareness when it comes to any situation, because at the end of the day, a woman is just trying to survive. A woman knows that she is ultimately the weaker, smaller, more vulnerable species, right? Especially when she's pregnant for that 9-month period. And whenever she's with child, she's also very vulnerable because she has to protect and nurture and look out for the child. So therefore, it's the man's responsibility to ultimately guarantee the survival of the women and children. Now, in order for any man to do that, he needs to understand how to negotiate difficult decisions. He needs to understand how to negotiate challenging obstacles and other issues that may come up in life, including when it comes to the survival of his family and the survival of his woman and his own survival as a man. If a man can be manipulated, anyone can take advantage of him and do whatever they really want to do. And then the life of his wife and children is up to whoever the manipulator is. OK, so as a man, you need to know what's going on out here. You need to have awareness. You need to be smart. You need to be strong. You need to be protective. You need to provide security. And the only way to do that is to maintain a strong masculine identity. Be able to embrace who you are as a man. Have your program set. Understand your abilities, your strengths, and how you can use them to your advantage to ensure your survival and the survival of your family. As the man and as the leader of any relationship, you can't be naive to the point where you believe everything your woman says. And therefore, you can't be naive to the point where you believe what anyone says. You have to have a certain level of awareness and intelligence to understand your environment, to understand any given situation, and understand how to negotiate, understand how to move, understand how to make things happen in your favor. You understand? Ensuring the survival of yourself and your family. A man who is seeking validation can be easily manipulated, right? So, for example, the nice guy who's always looking for people to like him, always looking for validation, always trying to people please, he will believe what anyone tells him. He will be naive. He will be easily manipulated, and that will put his life in danger, and therefore his woman's life and his child's life in danger. So remember, at the end of the day, a woman is trying to survive. A woman's number one priority is her survival. This is why she goes to a man for protection, for safety, for consistency, so she can survive, especially when she's in a vulnerable position of being a mother. She needs to have someone that can provide security for her and the offspring. OK, so a woman cannot stand a man that can be easily manipulated because she knows that her life is ultimately in danger. A woman cannot deal with a man who's more in love than she is. A woman cannot deal with a man who is not thinking logically and understands that he needs to be consistent and have a program and be able to protect. She ultimately needs a man that has the ability to ensure her security and her safety at all times. So when a woman is with a man who can be easily manipulated, it makes her very uneasy And therefore, she turns into the type of woman who will be disrespectful, or she'll probably divorce this man or leave this man, break up with this man. She'll find any reason to break up with him because she knows that her chance of survival is now compromised. All right. So it's your boy, Miles Cunningham. Hope you got something from this video. Hope you're having a great day. Be good to yourself. And remember, the truth is inside you. Peace.